Hey guys, Mike Chang here in San Jose, Costa Rica. Today a giant thunderstorm is about to roll in. I can see it right over there, and it's gonna stay in this area for the next couple of days. So today's plan is gonna go grab some groceries and just stay in for the next couple of days. And there's a big lot store here in Costa Rica called PriceSmart. That's pretty much their Costco. So I'm gonna go there, grab some food to take home, and they also have some hot food being made over there as well. So that's where I'm gonna have breakfast and lunch. And before heading out, I just wanna give a big thank you and shout out to the sponsor of this video, Mukbee. I've been talking about the Mukbee app for the last couple of months. If you don't know, Mukbee is a food app made by food lovers for food lovers. And their mission is to build a global food community. So you'll know where to find all the best food items, best dishes, so that wherever you go, you won't ever have a bad meal. What I like to do is just scroll through and look at all the dishes that everyone's been posting. You can see the restaurant info, how far it's away from you, the local restaurant ratings. And what's great about Mukbee is that it's not restaurant focused, it's dish focused. So if there's something you really want to eat, like a bowl of noodles or a pizza, and you want to find the best version of that dish, type that in and Mukbee will show you where to go. Or if there's a particular foodie that you really trust, you can follow them. You can also go on their profile, click the location button, and you'll be able to see all their recommendations all around the world at one glance. What's also great about this app is that people always ask me about my favorite places to eat in cities like San Francisco or countries like Singapore, Japan. Here, I can actually create collections where I list out all my favorite food items. For example, I have a list for Tokyo, Las Vegas, New York, Singapore, and I'll keep adding to this. So it'll just be a really easy, accessible list of all my favorite foods from around the world. You can also connect with other foodies, talk to them, get their recommendations, make foodie friends. You can even invite other people to add food recommendations to your food list. Best part is Mukbee is 100% free, and I'll have all the download information in my description box below. So sign up and follow me. This is basically Central America and the Caribbean's version of Costco. So it's a giant warehouse store with food, electronics, just like, well, Costco. Arroz pollo, gallo pinto, the national dish of Costa Rica. Look at this, ceviche in a bag. Tamal elote. That's good, huh? That's a big difference between here and the US. The eggs do not need to be refrigerated in this country. There's some yuca cup, tortillas. Oh, got some of this. Beef stew. This looks good. Oh, ribs. That should be enough for dinner. And this will be the first meal today at their fresh kitchen. So you got pretty much everything they offer at this fresh kitchen. Still waiting on my pizza. Food they offer is pretty similar to a Costco. There's chicken bake, there's pizzas. They do offer fried chicken here as well as a burger. Also, tres leches cake. Also, they have calzones here. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. Toasty, cheesy, pepperoni calzone. Like I said, first meal of the day. I'm starving. That is a pretty darn good calzone. This thing is stuffed full of cheese and pepperoni. Thin, toasty outer layer of dough. The dough is very light as well. This is an excellent, excellent calzone. For chicken, they only had the thighs and the legs. For some reason, the leg's a little dry, but the thigh piece, perfect. Crispy, thin layer of chicken. Really, really juicy. It's seasoned well. I have good piece of fried chicken. This burger has a giant patty inside. Yeah, this patty's a bit dry. I feel like this had a lot of potential because the flavor's really good. You can really taste the smokiness of the burger. It's a good patty. Good beefy flavor. It's cheesy. Like I said, really, really smoky. And the patty itself is not very tough. It's still a fairly tender patty. It's just dry. That's unfortunate. My favorite thing here, definitely the calzone. I think my pizza's ready. This looks like a sensational piece of pizza. It's hefty too. This thing weighs at least a pound. I got the jamon pizza, so it's ham pizza. And this thing is just loaded with ham and cheese. Oh. This is really good. I mean, everything about this. The toasty, stretchy cheese, the slices of ham, the substantial but very airy and light pizza dough. The sauce is a perfect sweetness. I mean, for a $3 slice of pizza, this will definitely fill you up. I'm gonna finish up the rest of the stuff and take home. We'll have it for dinner. Wow, Costa Rica is beautiful. time for dinner. Let's start with the ribs and the arroz con pollo. This is a giant rack of ribs. Definitely not coming apart as easily as I hoped. On the outside, I see a lot of pepper. It does look pretty juicy. These are definitely not the fall off the bone type of ribs. These are definitely not the ribs you're looking for. The redeeming factor, I really like how peppery it is. I mean, it's not dry, it's juicy. Definitely not the melting in your mouth type of ribs, but I don't know if it's true. And definitely good flavor. I think I could definitely use more barbecue sauce, but these are for sure the pepperiest ribs I've ever had in my life. This I'm so excited about. Arroz con pollo is one of the most popular dishes in Puerto Rico. And this is basically Puerto Rican fried rice cooked with salsa Lozano. As soon as I open this container up, that unmistakable herby smell just clobbers you. Inside you can see shredded chicken, some peas, corn, carrots, and the more I'm scooping, the stronger that delicious fragrance is filling my kitchen. Salsa Lozano is a quintessential Costa Rican ingredient. And they put it into a lot of different dishes. In one taste, you'll know why. The spices is so fragrant, almost like a herby cumin flavor. But what makes this dish taste even better is that the rice is cooked in chicken broth. So every single grain of rice is just loaded with that delicious chicken umami. Pair it with some ceviche in a bag. So inside this bag of ceviche, there's shrimp, there's fish. I think there's some squid in here as well. This is absolutely mind-blowing. You could sell this in a restaurant and get 5-star reviews all over the place. Texture of the seafood, perfect. The shrimp, the fish, everything, perfect. Delicious citrusy flavor. This would go so well with the rice because the rice has that earthy, rustic flavor. Pair that up with something light and citrusy. Honestly, I think the ceviche just goes good with everything. Mind-blowingly good. Next up, I got some beef stew and I got some tortillas as well. I figured I'd use this to wrap some of the ribs meat in and maybe some ceviche on top. But even this on its own, oh, amazing. It's savory, hint of sweetness from the corn, toasty and soft. I'm sure this will go great with the ribs, but even on its own, marvelous. And it leaves such a buttery aftertaste in your mouth. Beef stew's not bad. Some pieces of the beef is tender, some are a bit dry, but it does taste really, really good with the tortilla. And that's definitely a credit to the tortilla. If you are ever in Costa Rica or at a PriceSmart or anywhere that sells this, get some. Oh, this dish looks tender. This dish is called mano de piedra. It basically means this cut of meat. It direct translates to, I think, stone hand. It's given that name because of how tough this meat is. This is actually round steak, but tough it is no longer. Look at this thing just falling apart by just poking it with a fork. Holy moly, this is tender. This is a great dish. I invite my tortillas to the party. This dish, first of all, flavor, it's beautiful. It's mushroomy, the sauce is rich, it's beefy. Tastes very rustic with an earthy element to it. And they really tenderize this piece of beef. Wow. Yeah, I think this combined with the fried rice, that's gonna be something beautiful. Oh, that is perfect. Chicken, beef, with all that awesome herbs and spices, that was a delicious combination. I got these pastries because I saw the word picante on here, which means spicy. Caribbean Delight, Patty de Carne. I think these are little beef patty pastries. I am so glad I saw the word for spicy. This is great. Delightful little puff pastry on the outside, inside minced up spicy beef. This thing is fluffy, it's spicy, it's flavorful, and I bet you when you dunk it into the beef, like what I'm doing right now, even better. Let that delicious beefy broth soak into the pastry. That is just the #1 best way to eat this. I do wish there was more beef filling, but dunking it into the beefy sauce adds so much more flavor to this. But then you got all that nice spicy element coming from this. I mean, individually, both of these are delicious. Together, legendary. And moving on to the desserts, this is a tamal de elote. So it's a tamal made with corn and milk. Oh my gosh, this is so good. It tastes exactly like cornbread and a tres leches cake had a baby. This is its delicious baby. It tastes exactly like that. The beautiful sweet corn flavor mixed with that sweet, rich milk. This thing is sweet, it's rich. There's bits of corn in here. My biggest regret today is not getting ice cream. This is some ice cream. My day is done. My day is good. Wow. Next dessert, bizcocho de maíz. These are corn cookies. These are actually more savory than sweet. They're hollow inside, making it even more crispy. Savory with a hint of sweetness from the corn. Pretty good. Last thing I got, this is a tres leches cake from the food court. Wow, look at all that sweet milk underneath this cake. Very thick layer of cream with shaved chocolate on top. I mean, that sweet milk is like a lake underneath this. Get out of town. Must try. I'll tell you guys right now, this is some dangerous, dangerous stuff. One bite, won't be able to stop eating this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. That moist cake just soaked up that sweet milk so that every time you put a piece in your mouth, and when ruptured, just releases a river of sweet, rich milk that will just flood your taste buds and completely submerge you too as well. 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness. And today, another really fun food day in Costa Rica. I love going to a different country and checking out their markets, their grocery stores. In this case, their big lot stores. And all this will definitely keep me fed for the next couple of days. Most food items I got were great. Favorite savory item, ceviche in a bag. Favorite sweet item? Oh yeah. Definitely. All right, I'm gonna finish this and I really don't want you guys to see this. So as always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.